Hey, that's me, Maya. Welcome back to my channel. So this setup is ghetto, but it's not gonna say like this the whole video. I just was already starting on my hair and I need to record the beginning so y'all can see what I started on my hair. But for right now, I'm just freehanding the back part of my hair. I'll probably like actually try to part the front of my hair, but not really. I'm just gonna fix up my part because you can see that. I'm sorry the quality is worse than it was, but my phone is really tripping. And so I can't record my phone. So I'm recording my mama's iPad. I braided my hair, I finished, it took a long time. And I mean, I've somewhat parted the front and I like used gel up towards the front, but like there's really no parting in my hair, if you can tell. And there's a lot of braids in my head. Like, it's like 40 or something. I tried a bachelor, like I said, there's no parting, so don't clown me because I didn't want parts. It's the quality, like, please. This is how the parting looks. Parting. Ignore all the stuff behind me. I'm laying down and just trying to finish this video because I got a lot of stuff to do today and I just want to get this out the way. But this video was old. I actually took my locks out last night, but I just came on the hair, like, editing process to let y'all know that there's gonna be a huge jump. Also, don't mind the noise in the back. My mom just turned around to do her hair. Like, there's gonna be a big jump from like me having only braids in my head and 2 locks, and then the next clip that y'all gonna see after this, my hair is basically completely done. I just wanted to cut all the iPad part out of it because the quality was just really bad and I didn't like how it looked. But I do show y'all how to do the locks, so don't worry. Just wanted to let y'all know why there's such a huge jump. If you have any questions, just comment down below. I'll answer everything because I don't feel like this was the best video, but I do show y'all how to do them, so yeah. As y'all can see, I basically finished my entire head and this is how it looks in the back. This is how long they are. Yeah, it's long. And I have this, it's an earring, and I have, I think, 1 clip in my hair right here. Ooh, that's too hard. And I bought some gold hoops I'm gonna try to put in my hair after. I'm just gonna show y'all how I do this on this last one that's right here, the lip in the front. I'm gonna show y'all how I did my hair and just talk about the hair and the process or whatever. Okay. So for the majority of my hair, I use, well, for my whole head, I use 6 packs of hair. And it's the hair that I used. The Bomba Locs, an 18-inch. There's another pack that everybody else uses. It's the same thing. I think they just made like new packaging for it because my music had both. But I got them in the color 2. And this is what the pack looks like. It's like this. Of course, I use the hair. Each of my locks, to get them like this thick, I use 2 locks. No, not every one. Like this one has 1 lock and this one has 2 locks. You see the difference? I use 2 strands for 1 lock. And I majority of my hair, but there is some that I used 1 lock because I was planning on like having like no more than 30 braids in my head, but I ended up with like almost 50. I was like, okay, my head's gonna be super duper full. But majority of my parts are right here. Like if I just like situate my hair, like it's not that thick on the sides, but I have like a lot of locks like in the back. So this is the thicker part of my hair, so it worked, whatever. So I want to say that, okay, so I know y'all see like my roots is like green in some spots because my hair is blue, okay? Well, it's green blue, whatever. It's blue and more blue on this side and it's greener and it's brighter on this side. But this color of my hair is obviously not black. But like I'm trying to let my roots grow out, so some of them like my roots are dark, so it works. But if your roots are not dark and you want to do locks and you don't want to do like, you want to do black locks, this gel right here is the Edge Booster gel and it's the hideout gel in black. So I just put the gel like on my part and covered it up. I just pat it right here. It like takes out the color, of course. So you can like go over your parts with that if you don't have black hair. You'll need the locks. I'm using 2 for my last one. You're gonna need your crochet hook and your hair completely braided. I think I showed that. I hope I did. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the crochet hook through my parts, and I'm gonna leave it open. Okay, and so I have my lock. This is how it looks out the pack. Obviously, they don't look the same. So basically how I get them looking more distressed or more natural is, for one, some of them are like really soft and some of them like are hard and they feel like they have a coating on it. So I just like run through the ends like this just to break that coating if it has it or not. And then I just go through where the loop is and split it down the middle. Sometimes it does it easier, sometimes it does it harder. I have to cut knots out. And yeah, so you see how it looks like this. So basically I'm gonna find which way it was raveling, and you can see that it was going this way. So I'm just gonna finger quill this whole thing down like real quick, just so it'll be like more formed as actual lock. And I just did it all the way down, and you see how it's like not necessarily doing it completely. I'm gonna do the other side, and basically I just pick a side that I like the most because that part is gonna be the length of my lock. So I think I like if it's gonna be like this in my hair, or if it's gonna be like this, and I'm gonna use the side. But if it's doing this and it won't like go back into its lock form, basically just rub it in your hands. See how it looks? Rub it in your hands, and like you can feel your hands getting hot, and then it'll like, you can see it like right here. You're basically just like locking it up and sealing it, and then it'll start looking more like a lock. So I'm going to take the lock while it's open, put the lock on it, and then I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to pull it through. Sometimes it snags, but I realize that the snagging is because the little silver part isn't closed. So just make sure you close the silver part and it shouldn't snag. So you're going to take the side that you want, and this is where you choose your length. So if you just want to use one lock, that also depends on your hair length. If your hair is like, at least like right here, I guess, then they're probably not going to be as long, because the only way that I found that I can use one lock is if I can wrap my hair completely around, which means this side, like they can't be, because like I was doing my locks this long, which means my wrapping side is only here, and then it only wraps like to right here. So if you want to just use one lock, you want them to be this thin, then you probably can't do them as long, so you can make sure that your hair is wrapped fully. But I'm just gonna show you how I did them. So I want them long, so I pulled it long about right here, and so I have this shorter side. And so I'm gonna take my braid and the side that's long and hold them together, and then I'm gonna basically tie a knot and make sure I keep my hair with the longer side. And I'm just gonna push it up and tie a knot. This just makes sure that it stays in your hair. And then I'm gonna take the short side, as long as I'm take the short side and fluff it out, and then I'll just start wrapping. And you see how I caught a knot, so I'm just gonna like just force it, and if I have to, I'll just cut it out. Okay, because I'm only wrapping, so like I don't need the whole thing to look like real nice and whatever. So then I'm just gonna start wrapping, and make sure you are keeping it flat, because if you go over itself, it will get like super thick. I'll show y'all like an example. This one is like that, it's thicker right here because I was wrapping on top of itself. And as long as you keep it flat, it'll make sure it's like, because if you wrap it on top of itself, it could also turn into like a twist, which I did do, I think, on my first lock. But you just keep it flat and you just wrap it all the way down. I'm using my index finger to go around and make sure it's flat. And then I'm just gonna wrap all the way until I don't have any more hair. And you can just roll it in your hands to make sure it doesn't unravel. And you see how all of my hair is not like, it's not all wrapped. That's when I come in with the second lock, and that's where it gets like thicker. And I'm just gonna unravel this one. This one doesn't have to be neat at all because it's literally wrapping. You're just wrapping it. So when it gets like this, you don't have to twirl it around your finger because you're just gonna wrap this. So I'm just going to take it and tie it onto the lock like I'm really just making a knot. And you're gonna tie it above where you stopped. So I'm gonna tie it right here. And I'm gonna tie it super tight so I can make sure I get the knot as small as possible, because if you don't, you start wrapping over the knot, it'll be super thick. Like, it doesn't really bother me because I want them to all look different anyways, so they like look natural. Basically, you're just gonna make sure you start wrapping, and you can see where the knot is, of course, because I don't know. But basically, I just cover my hair right here, and then I'm just gonna wrap and wrap and wrap. And so I'm running out. So I'm just gonna fluff out that other side, and then I'm just gonna wrap as well. So it looks like this. It does have a knot at the end. Like I said, it doesn't really matter because I'm just wrapping this. Just gonna wrap it all the way down. Got some knots at the ends. I'm just gonna try to pull them apart and just keep wrapping. So once I get there, I'm just going to rub this in my hands, and then that's the lock. And you can see it is a little thick. Some of them aren't the same length, obviously, but I don't really care. The front ones I am thinking I'm gonna cut though, because I did them short on this side and longer on this side, and I don't need them to be long in the front. And that is my hair. That's how I did them. You can see like some of them, they're all like different sizes. But I actually have slept on these. These are the ones I did yesterday. And so yeah, that's basically how I did all of these locks. It is a lot of locks in my hair. It won't be as many, it just depends on how many braids you put in your hair. I didn't really parts. I think you could see that earlier. There's really no parts, like specific parts in my hair. This one is, you can see the top of my braid here. I'll probably just cover up, but I can also just slide it up here because that's just where I did my knot at. And yeah, so they move around, not hard to do. So like it's easy to fix. It's really light compared to like box braids, like a full head of box braids. This is light. Thank y'all for watching. Hope this helped. Like, comment, subscribe. I do have more videos coming. If you have some video suggestions or hairstyles you want to see, because I've been doing a bunch of hair videos on my channel. Anything you want to see, comment down below. Bye y'all.